Hi guys, and welcome to another wonderful class here at Fedima Beauty School. And today we are going to be looking at the facial anatomy, particularly the facial muscles. If you're intending to pursue a career in spa therapy, beauty therapy, or you're looking to pursue a career in aesthetics, then anatomy should be your best friend. Are you even a skincare therapist or a hair care therapist if you have zero knowledge on anatomy? And when I say hair care, I am correct, because when we talk about hair care, whatever affects the skin will equally affect the hair. So today I'm going to be walking you through the facial muscles and why you should have a very perfect understanding of the facial muscles. Now the question is, as an esthetician, as a beauty therapist, as a spa therapist, why do we need to study anatomy? Why are we always emphasizing on anatomy? The very first answer is to know the amount of pressure, the right amount of pressure to apply on certain muscles, on certain areas of your body. Because, I don't know, as a beauty therapist, you're going to be doing massages, you're going to be doing different facial procedures, you're going to be doing different body procedures, and you must know what to touch and how to touch, the amount of pressure to apply, and when not to apply pressure at all. The second reason is so that you can avoid nerve compression. Another reason is to improve lymphatic drainage. Understanding your skin's anatomy and your facial anatomy will also help you to prevent tissue damage and also help you to create customized treatments for different skin issues such as acne, hyperpigmentation, ochronosis, melasma, name it. Today, we're going to be learning about the facial muscle as it concerns manual facial procedure. I'm going to be teaching you the different muscles we have in the face, as well as I'm going to be identifying them so that you know, you have an idea of what we're talking. So I won't just be talking. I'll be pointing them out for you, telling you what each of them is for, the right amount of pressure to use, wherever I'm mentioning, just making sure that you have deep insight as far as facial anatomy when it concerns manual facials is concerned. Let's get right into the video. So the first muscle we're going to be looking at is the frontalis. The frontalis is your forehead muscle. The frontalis, which is your forehead, is responsible for lifting your eyebrow, this movement. That is one of the movements that your forehead is responsible for. And your frontalis is also responsible for creating that forehead line. So when you smile, when you squint, I don't know if I have them, but the lines on your forehead is as a result of the frontalis muscle. So when you hear about frontalis, when we're talking about frontalis in aesthetics, when they talk about do this to the frontalis, do that to the frontalis, you should know and have it at the back of your mind, not at the front of your head and at the front of your mind, that frontalis is simply referring to the forehead. And frontalis is spelled frontalis. So the frontalis is what? The forehead muscle. Now, when you're talking about frontalis in terms of manual facials, you know that we are simply referring to your normal basic facials and possibly facial massage. One of the things you want to do, or one of the things you want to seriously note about the frontalis is that when you're performing facials on the frontalis or when you're performing massages on the frontalis, you don't want to do an inward motion. You want to perform an upward motion and an outward motion. Can you see this? I'm talking about motions here. So when you're working on the frontalis, you do what? You perform an upward motion and an outward motion. You don't do this and you don't do this. Now the second muscle we're going to be looking at is the orbicularis oculi. The orbicularis oculi is referring to the eye area. It's the circular muscle that is found around the eye area. Now, this particular muscle is a very fragile muscle. That is why when we are teaching you in aesthetics or basic spa or advanced spa, and we're trying to teach you a procedure, we usually emphasize on the need to apply light pressure. You're not doing this. You're applying really light pressure on this area. And if you check out, or if you're being taught or trained by a professional, one of the things that you're going to note is that the professional will always tell you, for any procedure, try as much as possible to avoid this area that is just directly under your eyelid, because it is very fragile and extremely sensitive. So this is what the frontalis, and this area is what the orbicularis oculi. So the forehead is frontalis and your eye region is the what? Orbicularis oculi. Orbicularis oculi is spelled as orbicularis oculi. So that is what? The eye area. So frontalis, the forehead, orbicularis oculi, the eye area. So now we're going to be moving to the muscle that controls the nose area. See here, not this. I'm talking about here. This muscle, the muscle that controls the nose area. Now this muscle is also responsible for controlling the upper lip. When you move your upper lips, is that a result of the help from this muscle. And what is this muscle called? It is called the levator labii superioris. Now the levator labii superioris helps with movement from the upper lips. So when you do this, it is as a result of the help of the what? Levator labii superioris. Now the next muscle we're going to be looking at is the cheek area. Our cheek, the cheek area. The cheek area muscle is known as the zygomaticus. The zygomaticus is responsible for your smile, and it is the area you focus on when you are trying to perform a face lifting massage. When you're offering anti-aging treatment and you're trying to incorporate a face lifting massage, you want to focus solely on the zygomaticus. Zygomaticus is spelled zygomaticus. So let us run through it again. The forehead is what? Frontalis. The eye area is what? Can I hear you? The eye area is what? The orbicularis oculi. The nose area is the levator labii superioris, while the cheek area is known as what? The zygomaticus. The next facial muscle we want to pay attention to is the mouth area, the muscle around the mouth. The muscle around the mouth. Now, this muscle around the mouth or the lip area is known as orbicularis oris. The orbicularis oris. Now, when you're working on this muscle around the mouth, you want to apply circular motion. You want to go what? In circular motion. Gentle, firm, circular motion. We don't want to apply too much pressure. You don't want to do this. Whether you're performing a facial procedure or you're performing a massage procedure, it just simply gives you a direction on how to, your facial procedures, gentle circular motion, no pressure. Orbicularis oris is spelled, of course, just the same way you spell your orbicularis oculi, orbicularis, and then oris, O-R-I-S. So let's run through it one more time. The forehead is what? The frontalis, right? The eye muscle is what? Orbicularis oculi. The nose muscle is known as the levator labii superioris. The mouth muscle is known as what? Orbicularis oris. The cheek muscle is known as what? The zygomaticus. Now let's look at our jaw area. The jaw area. The jaw area is responsible for chewing, and the jaw area muscle is known as the masseter. It is known as the masseter. When performing a facial procedure or a facial massage procedure on the masseter, you can apply deep but firm pressure. The masseter, you are allowed to apply deep but what? Firm pressure. So the masseter, like we said, is the jaw muscle, and it is spelled as M-A-S-S-E-T-E-R. So let's run through it again. The forehead is the frontalis. The eye muscle, the eye area muscle, is the orbicularis oculi. The nose muscle is the levator labii superioris. The cheek muscle is the zygomaticus. The mouth area muscle is the orbicularis oris. And the jaw muscle is what? Masseter. Finally, we're going to be looking at the neck muscle, right? The neck muscle is called the platysma. That is this area. It is called the platysma. When you're working on the neck muscle, you want to work upwards. You don't want to do this. You want to work upwards. Whether you're performing a facial procedure or a massage, you will want to work upward. Now, the neck muscle again is known as platysma, and the platysma is spelled as P-L-A-T-Y-S-M-A. So let's run through it one more time for the last time. The forehead muscle is called what? The frontalis. The eye area muscle is called what? The orbicularis oculi. The nose muscle is called what? Levator labii superioris. The mouth area muscle is called what? Orbicularis oris. The cheek muscle is called the zygomaticus. The jawline muscle is called masseter, and the neck muscle is called platysma. That will be all on our Anatomy 101 class today. If you enjoyed this class and would like to learn more in aesthetics, beauty therapy, spa, or any niche in cosmetic product formulation, do well to send us a message right now to +234 70 1860 2307. We offer intensive, deep, online and physical classes. Our physical classes hold in the city of Port Harcourt, Nigeria, at our newest location at Rumi Bekwe. Full location will be dropped shortly, while our online classes hold via Telegram, and you can attend our online classes from anywhere in the world. It is a self-paced class. It is a class that breaks down everything to the barest minimum, like you would definitely understand, and you can take this class from anywhere in the world. Thank you guys for watching. See you same time. See you next time, and see you in the next video. My name is Felicia McAnthony, and I still remain your tutor.